Zephaniah 3:19. I'm going to read through this. I was just going to play the video and just, pretty much end it there. But as long as the Spirit feeds me with some scriptures, I'll feed y'all. This is NLT. And I will deal severely with all who have oppressed you, beginning with Esau, the other nations, and 2/3 of you, Jacob. Because you will bow, to the will of Yahweh B'Shem Shai. Because if you don't, you're going to be destroyed. And in the kingdom of heaven, you're going to have your head down. But, the men that make it, the elect that make it, are going to tell you it's all right. Don't worry about it, because everybody has to play their role. Everybody has to play their role. No one chose whatever role that each one of us is in. We didn't choose this role. This is a role that was chosen for us. We're glad to be in the seat, on the right side of it, but at any time, anybody could find themselves on the wrong side of the track, And that's why, scriptures say, like the Apostle Peter said, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. The Apostle Paul said, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Because you have some individuals that are losing the zest for this truth, because they're too caught up and entangled in the affairs of this world. And they can't see afar off that this place is almost out of here. So they're allowing the world to pull them away from their spiritual duties. And if you take this thing nonchalantly, what did the Apostle Paul say? He that soweth sparingly shall reap sparingly. Here it is, you're overly concerned with your role in the world, but then when it comes to the Lord, whatever, you give them the bare minimum. And this world is temporary, so you're trying to build something here, that's going to be destroyed. And that's not to say that, brothers don't have to work, don't have to provide for themselves, for their families, pay their rent, pay their bills, make sure everything, your paperwork is, we're not saying that. But we're saying that you have brothers that have actually been in a situation where they were asked out. They had businesses. They lost their businesses because of individuals out there that destroyed their business. And yet they fought through it and still maintain it and still maintain the level of spirituality that was committed to them, to be able to continue on in this truth, because that shows that they have faith, that they believe in this thing. Other individuals are falling short. But nevertheless, it says, I will deal severely with all who have oppressed you, including Israelites.